He's faster than a speeding bullet, stronger than a locomotive. He stands for truth, justice, and spandex. He is Superman. After the uber success of the recent Batman series, studios are hoping executive producer Christopher Nolan, combined with 300 director Zack Snyder, will breathe new life into this alien franchise. Switch caught up with Snyder, Russell Crowe, and the heroically delicious Superman himself, Henry Cavill, at the Australian black carpet premiere of Man of Steel.
How do you find someone who has spent a lifetime covering his tracks? For some, he was a guardian angel. For others, a ghost who never quite fit in.
Henry Cavill's looks have caused quite a stir online since the film's release, donning a supersuit that leaves little to the imagination.
No, it doesn't leave a lot to the imagination. Wearing the suit was an amazing honour and very, very humbling. But also, slightly uncomfortable. But putting it on every morning before work was a great way to start work.
Goodbye, my son. Our hopes and dreams travel with you.
Homegrown hero Russell Crowe plays the role of Superman's father, JOR-EL, once occupied by the late, great Marlon Brando.
I didn't really even think about it, because I never saw those films, I'm a huge Brando fan, On the Waterfront, Streetcar Named Desire, Burn, Godfather, he's one of my favourite actors, but I never got the feeling that he was thoroughly committed to being JOR-EL in those films. It never really touched me, the idea of watching those films, and they'd say on the ads, "Oh, you believe a man can fly," and you see the ads, you go, "No, you don't." Yeah, Whereas this incarnation, you really believe a man can fly.
My son was in the bus. He saw what Clark did.
With countless movies and TV series dedicated to the Man of Steel, why did director Zack Snyder decide to go all the way back to the beginning and turn this film into an origin story?
When I talked to my kids and I was talking about Superman and I was like, "Oh, he comes from Krypton," and they're like, "What? Where's that?" And I was like, "Okay." And I knew that, and I thought about the fact that there hadn't really been an origin story in the movies since 1978, so it felt like the way to go is to just let's pretend like none of those movies happened and just start again, because people need to know the why of Superman.
Man of Steel flies into cinemas June 27, so check back for our review, and remember, like it, follow it, right here at Switch.
My father believed if the world found out who I really was, they'd reject me. He was convinced that the world wasn't ready. What do you think?